Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Stephanie, and I talk all things health, wellness, and the science behind GLP-1 meds, including how they've impacted me in my own journey. Today, we're diving into something that's pretty important, and honestly, it's just not talked about enough. The potential mental health effects of GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. Just to get everyone on the same page, GLP-1 receptor agonists are drugs originally designed for type 2 diabetes, but now they're widely used for weight loss. They work by mimicking a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar and appetite. It's pretty powerful stuff, but as they grow in popularity, people are asking an important question. What about our mental health? Recently, multiple news outlets have published articles on this concern. These outlets specifically reference the National Institute of Health's published research from June of 2024 that considered the correlation between semaglutide therapy and exacerbating mood disturbances. The study highlighted the association of negative mood changes in patients with type 2 diabetes with a history of depression, warning healthcare providers to be aware of this potential risk. A more recent study, however, adds some nuance. Published in the journal Diabetes, Obesity and Metabolism, it suggests these mood changes may be tied more to genetic differences than the medication itself. So, in other words, if people are experiencing mood changes, the meds themselves might not be the direct cause. Other factors like genetics or existing mental health conditions could be playing a bigger role. Let's start with the concerns. Some studies have reported a correlation between GLP-1 use and an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts. Now, it's important to remember correlation doesn't equal causation, but here are a few things to keep in mind. Certain observational studies suggest people taking these meds report higher rates of depression and anxiety, but, and this is huge, many of those studies excluded people with a history of mental health conditions from their trials, so the data is limited. There's also a bidirectional relationship between obesity and depression. In other words, being overweight can lead to depression, and depression can lead to weight gain. So when somebody starts GLP-1 meds, how much of the mood shift is the drug, and how much is the complex emotional weight, no pun intended there, that comes with obesity itself? There have been enough anecdotal reports and early data to spark concerns, so much so that the regulatory agencies in Europe and the United States are keeping an eye on it. Some experts think that rapid weight loss could play a role. Potentially, it disrupts your body's natural balance and triggers mood instability. All right, now that we've talked about the risks, let's flip it around and talk about the potential mental health benefits of GLP-1 meds. Some users reported better mood, less anxiety around food, and a general sense of control over their eating, which can be a big confidence boost. GLP-1s help reduce appetite and tame impulsive eating behaviors. For people who have struggled with binge eating or compulsive snacking, that sense of control can feel like mental relief. There's even some early research suggesting GLP-1s might have neuroprotective effects, possibly helpful in managing or preventing neurodegenerative and psychiatric conditions. But again, this is early stage science. So what's the verdict? Honestly, it's mixed. We've got studies pointing in both directions. Some are raising flags about mental health risks. The others are highlighting the psychological benefits. The truth is, we just need more research. One thing is clear. Mental health responses to GLP-1 medications vary from person to person. If you have a history of anxiety, depression, or disordered eating, it is absolutely worth having a conversation with your doctor before starting one of these medications. And if you're already on a GLP-1 and you notice changes in your mood, don't ignore it. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So I'd love to hear from you on this subject. Have you or someone you know experienced any mental health changes while using GLP-1 meds? I will share that for the most part, my mental health changes seem to be positive. I've been able to focus more. My ADHD isn't all over the place like it normally is. It's still there, but it's not like it was before. Drop a comment below. Let's get a real conversation going. As always, if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more deep dives into wellness topics and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on what's coming next. Take care of yourselves inside and out, and I'll see you the next time.